things I've failed at recently. First one that came to mind was anki cards. I kind of set a goal to myself, not even a goal or something, but I had the intention of doing some anki cards on geography, and I failed at it. I also had the intention related to anki cards. It's not exactly anki, but of doing the RTK, remembering the kanji, like going through it and reviewing the flashcards and all that. And I failed at that as well. I had the intention and I didn't follow through it. I'm not sure if this counts as a failure because, for example, days like today, I don't have a lot of things planned to stream, but I've failed at streaming a couple of days. I don't feel too bad about it because, I played PUBG instead and I played PUBG with my friends, so it was intended. Like, I dropped streaming instead to play PUBG those a couple of days. And it's fine. But maybe that made me lose momentum on a project that I had, which was making a video. The other thing I failed at was that video. I tried to make a video called 24 hours watching ads based on a thread on Twitter that I did, and it's actually called differently, but it's about that, about all of the ads that I get in 24 hours, and I'm halfway through the script and I've given up already. I don't know, I don't have the energy, or not sure if the energy, the willpower, blah blah blah, whatever word you want to use, to continue. I feel like no one gives a fuck, to be honest, and I don't really give a fuck either. Like, I don't see the audience who would care about it, and I don't feel like it's an artistic product or something like that worth recording at this moment. Maybe I will change my mind, but so far I don't really feel like that. So, failed. Another idea of things that I have failed at recently that just came up was writing. Even though I said that I had written a little bit of the script, writing in other senses like journaling or those kind of things that I feel like could help, I have not done. I can only do those on YouTube comments. I can only do those if I get replies. Like, if I make a post and I got a reply on an alt account, I haven't read it, and I could write a little bit about some things that I'm going through. I can only seem to write in those circumstances. I can't force myself to write. I won't do it. I don't know. Substitute the verb you want in that sentence, but I just don't do it. So that I consider that a failure as well. Last one I'm going to talk about today, because I feel I've talked about failure enough, are job-related things. I have not been applying to jobs because I'm at some kind of impasse. I'm going on like a weekend trip in next week. Well, in 2 weeks, more or less. And next weekend. So, in 2 weekends. Sorry, not next weekend, but the next one. And because of that, since kind of last time I went on a trip, which was the beginning of July, I have been reluctant to apply to jobs, etc. Well, I applied to that job that I got rejected from with a friend, and even though I know that job processes take longer than that, it's like my idea is that if I really would want to join a company that had a quick onboarding process. So I'm kind of not allowing myself to apply to any company just in case they are the good ones, right? That have a good onboarding process that would onboard me quickly. So, and that would require me to travel, I guess, to Germany or to whatever country quickly, because I have that trip planned. So I am at this impasse where I feel like I'm not doing anything job related to further those kind of things, where that is pretty clearly the bottleneck in my life right now, even though there are other things that are, I guess, more important. The job part would obviously help a little bit with that. So I feel like I'm failing at that, even though I have this internal narrative that is like, I mean, it makes sense, right? I don't want to apply just in case. They are the good ones, right? and I would really hate it if I had to turn down an offer, right? Because they had a quick onboarding process that, I don't know. I'm not sure if it would be, like, I'm not sure why wouldn't they postpone it 2 weeks or something like this. But maybe they would feel like it's a bad impression, right? I would feel like it's a bad impression, and they would like turn me down after that. After I turned them down, it's not that they couldn't onboard me, but that it would cause a bad impression on them. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what I mean, but it's on that. So I feel like the internal loop makes sense. Like the thing, the reason why I don't do it makes sense, but still the outcome of me not doing it, I cannot do other things in a peaceful way, right? I cannot do my video, for example. I cannot focus on my video and be like, okay, since I have until the 15th empty, let's work on my video, let's work on my game or something like this. Another thing that I mentioned was the game. Let's work on my game, I mentioned. And yeah, the game, I can't seem to. This is rating related because I think the backbone of the game that is bottlenecking it right now is more or less the rating in my case, because it's more of a it's more of a story than a game. Maybe that's the problem, that it's not a game. And yeah, I had wanted to buy a course on game design, but then I would have felt like I'm spending too much money, and I could need that money to go to the job in case to buy like tickets and to get like a place for a month, etc. Right? So yeah, I hope I have explained myself. I think the couple of the last 2 or 3 points were a little bit less concise and a little bit more rambly. So sorry for that. I'm not sure if this video has like enough reach for people to give a fuck, to be honest, about that. But in case you reached this part but got a little bit annoyed at that, sorry. If you reached it and weren't annoyed by it, that's nice, and you are welcome to subscribe, like the video, blah blah blah. I don't necessarily think of it in like reasons to further the algorithm or whatever. It's more as in signal for me that you have seen it, right? I care less about you telling YouTube that you like it, even though that is probably something you should do in general with videos that you like. But in my personal case, I care more about you telling me that you have seen it and like this, right? I do check the views, and then I check the likes, and then the comments. So if my video has 0 comments, but it has 4 likes, I have a video with 400 views, 4 likes, and 0 comments. I mean, I'm like, okay, that video at least got 4 likes. So it's like, yeah, someone at least went to the effort of like clicking like. It wasn't just like a clicking in the video, seeing it, and like thinking, okay, this is useless, and leaving, right? So yeah, in that sense, I do care about that as a signal for me, right? It's less of an algorithmic signal. Like people say, okay, you can like the video, blah, 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 subscribe. So yeah, those are the things I failed at recently. And yeah, bye. Oh, you can check this video. It's going to be like algorithmically suggested by YouTube. I can't think of something. Well, I have a lot of videos about failure, but yeah, probably YouTube will know better what you want to watch.